Today's the 17th of June 2007. My name's Harry Wark and I'm interviewing Pat Nilan, an ex-president of the club, an Australian player and someone who's made an enormous contribution to the life and the spirit of the Glebe District Hockey Club. I'm just going to ask you a few questions, Pat, if that's all right. What year did you first start playing hockey?
Started playing in 1955, round about that era, through St Benedict's at Broadway.
So what was the age division of the team and who was your first coach?
The first coach, from memory, I think was may have been either Paul Rogers or Victor Westacott. We played out of St Paul's over at Sydney University there, but how I got involved in hockey was Vernon Turner came down to the school in a recruitment program, and a couple of mates of mine were there. Fred Letts was one, and Victor Owens, and Peter McGregor. And Peter touched me at lunchtime at school assembly and said, "Here's 20 minutes out of school here," so that's how I signed up with playing hockey.
Right, and where did you live when you first started playing hockey?
I lived in Darlington, and it was a bit of a trek round to no transport. Parents didn't have a car, well, not many people had cars then. So I used to, I worked at George Hudson's at Glebe, and it was easy access to an oval during lunchtime at Wentworth Park, and a lot of times I go there at lunchtime and after work with Victor Westacott, home to school, so to speak.
Thanks very much. So where did you play and train in those days?
Play in where, Harry?
Where did you play? Where was your home ground?
Oh, Jubilee Oval.
You trained there as well?
Trained there as well, many hours.
And who was your favourite junior coach and manager?
Ooh. Well, we seem to be, St Benedict's seem to be the poor relations when you talk about managers and or coaches. But two do come to mind, Victor and Paul Rogers, as opposed to Glebe Police Boys Club, highly organised, with Bob Gilmore, Mr Stubbs, and people like that.
And do you have pleasant memories of Jubilee Oval?
Great memories, great memories. Even just the picket fence, albeit they've done it in aluminium now, which I disagree with. But I think for memory there was round the oval, when I was training there was 186 sections of fence right around the perimeter of the oval. And the only reason I know that is because when I used to run it, I used to count them. And I think, for memory, there was about 24 pickets in each section.
What's your most vivid memory of Jubilee Oval?
Well, the first thing is that you see the old grandstand. Tremendous, just to keep that. The clubhouse and Robert Wark smashing balls against the viaduct.
And did you train hard when you graduated the senior ranks?
I think that I trained harder than anyone in the club. One person in particular, Russ Nichols, said to me one day, "Pat, you want everyone to be like you." And I said, "No, Russ, they can't. And they won't be. I think I trained harder because I could see what was there. I could see how I was being treated, and I enjoyed it."
What was your most vivid memory of your time playing for the Glebe Juniors?
Beating Police Boys in the under 15th grand final.
Right.
The most vivid ever.
And was the graduation from juniors to the seniors difficult?
It was. I can remember my first trial as a senior player was at when Mossman were in the competition, and I got trained with, I met Vernon Turner at Glebe Post Office, which was the meeting place for everyone in Glebe that played hockey. And we got the bus down to Central Railway, got the train over the bridge. We were on the train a couple of minutes, and Vernon opened up a little package and said, and there was a couple of bananas in there. And he said, "Here, have one of these. It's boneless meat." And the transition into the seniors, halfway through the season, I got selected in 3rd grade. Halfway through the season, I thought that I was the best thing since sliced bread. I thought I should have been in 1st grade, but pie in the sky. And I think that the club was, I was fortunate that I'd struck a club like this who knew where they were going and who knew where I was going, and they did it well.
And who is the club official or officials that stick in your mind the most?
Through my learning curves, maybe not in this order, Kelvin Dickey, Kenny Wark, Harry Wark, Des Wise, and Jackie Sutherland. Jackie Sutherland, to my way of thinking, was, I played with him in 3rd grade when the initial lead up to where I went. I believe that he had no skill with the stick or the ball. He had no fitness, but he knew where to go and when to go, and I just followed suit. I think that I don't know why I did it, but those Kelvin Dickey, Harry and Kenny, Desi Wise, I don't know why I did it, but as a youngster I went to Kelvin one particular day. I was playing 3rd grade at this stage, and I said, "How did you think I played?" And he told me, truthfully. And then from that day on, even when I went to 1st grade, I used to ask those gentlemen how I played, and they gave me an insight from a spectator, and it improved my game no end.
And how many premierships did you win for Glebe, Pat?
Oh, I think I played in 13 and won 8, from memory.
And who was you captained the 1st grade team for many years, but who was the best captain you played under?
I have to be Des Wise, have to be. Hard man, bastard, but he was there.
And how many games did you play in total for the club, Pat?
Oh, just over 400 thereabouts.
And how many of those were in first grade?
360 something.
And how many seasons did you play?
Oh gee, I'll give my age away now. 58 to 20 thereabouts. 2021.
Yeah. The club is in its 77th year. Why do you think the club has lasted so long?
We're unique. I don't think there's any stuck-ups, people who think they're better than other people, which I've noticed as an observer from other clubs. I think we're a team, we're a family, we want to help each other, we want doers, not lookers, and I think that's how we've survived.
Do you think the club will celebrate its 100th year?
Most definitely. I'll be around too.
Oh. What are the major differences between the grass game and the turf game?
Bring back the grass. You may laugh, but I think that we've had the best surface we've had for 75 years, and what we're doing now, we're stuffing it up. We've implemented rule changes to cater for this, whereas on the grass you had to earn what you did. You had to eyeball, you had to drag the ball on the grass, whether it be long grass, short grass, wet grass, dry grass, whatever. And I think that we've lost concept of the game itself, the roots of the game. But they won't go back to grass.
Thanks, Pat. Off the top of your head, do you think you could give us the best Glebe team of your era?
From what I've seen or played with? Or,
Yeah.
okay. Dean Benfield in goal. Harry Wark, Kenny Wark in fullbacks. Desi Wise, Victor Westacott, left half I'll come back to. Charlie Brown, Harry Wark, Ray Thorpe, Robert Divney, Aaron Nilan, Vernon Turner, which I never saw play. I saw him play, never had the opportunity to play with him, and probably Ian Mutton.
Thanks, Pat. And what's your best memory of the number 4 Railway Arch, the Glebe District Hockey Club clubhouse at Jubilee Oval?
Oh boy. Tough question too. I think the way we blended into the Arch, the hockey club, the Arch was there. It was a home. The times we had, just the soft drink, cup of tea or cup of coffee after the game, and all the other clubs and team members from other teams were welcome there. And like I said earlier, Robert Wark hitting balls from the right wing, knocking a few bricks out of that arch.
Thanks, Pat. Do you have access to the club's website?
No, not at the moment.
you think it's best for the club to maintain contact with its retired players? And do you think that's important?
I do think it's important. I think that Harry, Glebe is not going to go away, and I don't think that we should let the players go away. We should do everything in our power to maintain their interest, whether it be postal or the web or whatever.
Thanks very much. And you played for Australia for a period of 12 years. And how did you manage to maintain that level of fitness and interest and enthusiasm?
Well, you had to do it at that stage. We were at the forefront of training in this 1964 Australian team. At the forefront. We did things that probably other sports hadn't seen do, in so far as running, exercising, tests, running tests, which they call beat tests now. We didn't know they were beat tests. We just ran to a flag. And I think that that was important. But I think what we glossed over a little tiny bit of the skill mechanism of what the game's about. And I think that's a little bit of a sad part about it, because even now that we're playing on these AstroTurf, I tend to call it everyday passes. Anyone can make a pass in the AstroTurf because it's easy to do. Even me at 55, I can do it. But training, yeah, like I said, we're at the forefront of it. We trained our butts off. We got to a stage in '68 where we trained our double butts off. And all right, we reaped the rewards. We got there. But we just couldn't nail it. Tough, but I think we all enjoyed it.
Thanks very much. And in a few sentences, can you encapsulate the Glebe spirit for us?
You can't, not a few sentences. Mateship, gamesmanship, sportsmanship, mates, it's all there. It's all there.
Thanks for that, Pat. Did you coach the club's junior teams?
Yes, I coached the juniors in 13s and 15s, and not a real great success. But then again, following a guy like Graham Gilmore, one would have thought it was easy. Graham used to set them on the correct path, shirts tucked in, socks pulled up, and the whole total rudiments of the Glebe Club. But when I got them the following year, maybe I glossed over something, but then when Charlie got them to the 15s, they seemed to.
So why is the club having great difficulty in attracting junior coaches, do you think?
Life's too easy. Life is too easy, Harry. It's too much to do. The commitment. Sure, you don't have to divorce everything and just live for the hockey club, but it's got to be part of you. Got to be part of it.
And should the club pay junior coaches?
No.
Of all the players you've played with, who made the biggest impression on you?
Wark Jnr.
Thank you. And if you could have your hockey career over again, would you change anything?
No.
What was your lowest ebb with the Glebe Hockey Club?
I don't know that there had been one. No. I'll tell you, the lowest ebb was when Kelvin Dickey, as president, wanted to amalgamate with Western Suburbs. And that, I thought, I was a young man on the management committee, too young to be there, I felt, with Charlie and Gilly. There was a little bit of a transition thing that came in. All right, we were there. But when they said we're going to amalgamate, we did everything in our power to fob it off. It never ever happened, and that's why we're here, they're gone.
And has technology, sticks and fields changed the way hockey is played?
Yes, too much.
What advice would you give the club to enable it to flourish in the future?
Keep doing what we're doing. Be a winning club. Don't change anything. People tend to think, change is good and young people are good, they're better than old people. Not necessarily. Keep the way we are. Just hone the skills that we've got.
And do you have many mates left in the hockey club?
Many?
Mates.
Yes, yeah. They're dying off slowly, but I've still got quite a few.
Did your hockey interfere with your work?
Yes, it did. I had to resign from one position when I was selected with the Australian team, but so be it.
And did your work interfere with your hockey?
No.
Did you have many injuries playing hockey?
No, not a lot. No, I was blessed with a fine body, built like a gazelle. No, I'm only joking. Not many muscles, so I don't think that probably that's the reason I didn't strain too many. It was only in the latter part that you get then the niggling little injuries start to set in.
So you haven't got any hockey injuries that are affecting you now?
No.
And was or is your association with the hockey club fun?
Tremendous fun, tremendous.
And what is your hockey achievement which you are most proud of?
Probably playing first grade. I always wanted to play first grade and play with some of the personnel that were there and guided me, and I also achieved that. But just I would say playing first grade.
Thank you. And of the club's achievements, what of those achievements are you most proud, being a club member?
The fact that the club's been such a united and just being together and just understanding each other. I think that we do understand each other. That's why we've progressed for so long.
This is the last question, Pat, and what's the most cherished moment in your hockey career?
The most cherished would be 1964. There's two, actually. We're in Perth with the Australian Championships, and when my name was read out that I was in the Olympic team, and walking into that stadium for the first time at the opening ceremony, it just unbelievable.
Well, thanks very much, Pat. Appreciate your time and your effort, and congratulations on your contribution to the club.
Right,
That's the finish.
thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.